Hello, hello, hello. Hey guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. We're gonna talk US immigration today. Um, I'm gonna stay for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And then hey Nadine. Hey guys, if you're joining me, can you help me to tap the screen? We're gonna talk US immigration today. I'm happy to see you guys. I have not seen you guys within the last week. And so I'm happy to come on real quick and to answer some questions for some people, to kind of see what's going on with you guys, and take things from there. Nice. Hey, good afternoon, Sham Sham. Somebody says, what do you think will be next for TPS for Haiti? I don't know. The president wants it to be, gone. So let's see what will happen. Go ahead with your question, Daisy. Go ahead with your question. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Remember to share the live as you come in. We're talking U.S. immigration. Is VAWA cases moving? So VAWAs are taking 4 to 5 years to be approved. In the initial stages, yes, people are getting receipt notices. They're doing biometrics. I've gotten I've gotten renewed prima facies on VAWAs. I've gotten travel documents approved on VAWAs and stuff like that. I've gotten work permit approved on asylum, all of those stuff. All right, somebody says, please do you consult for student visas? Yes, you can reach out to us, Ms. Hatman. The number above my head is 850-920-3475. Hey, Sarah. No Sham Sham consultations are for $97. $97, okay? There's a link above my head. Sorry, there's a number above my head that you can send to get a link. All right, 850-920-3475. Guys, again, I do not have a lot of time with you all on here today. But I just wanted to come on and answer some questions real quick for some people. Somebody says here, do you know about the K1 fiancé visa? Yes. What about it would you like to know? All right, somebody says, what if my parole is expired? Can I still go again and marry someone? So the thing is, right, the fact that your parole is expired, it doesn't negate the fact that you were paroled in. All right, so I hope that answers your question. Hi Jay, my child put in my daughter and his son paperwork, but he's saying he's only, I'm not seeing the rest of that. Guys, you do not need to spam my chat. If you spam the chat, I'm gonna block you. So don't spam the chat, please. Somebody's asking, do they start to give out visas from Jamaica? Not yet. I passed the interview since January. My I-130 approved. When can I get my green card, please? I don't know. You have to have a 485, and they have to make a decision on the 45 before you can get the green card. What's new with asylum seekers? Asylum seekers need to find additional reliefs. I went for my biometrics appointment. They only took my picture and index finger. Is that a good thing? Well, that's normal. All right. If you're married but separated, can you remarry in the US? If you're married but separated. So you were married before and then you got a divorce and now you wanted if you could remarry in the US? Sure. My son does, my daughter still needs to do medical. Each person on the application would need to do the medical, yes. Can the visa pause for the 75 countries last till 2028? It can last as long as they want it. What are some frequent questions they ask at the citizenship interview? Remember, you have those 120 questions to study from. Someone arrested for driving without a license and he's undocumented, he's in ICE detention. What will happen? So it depends, right? So now he's going to be placed in removal proceedings, and if he doesn't have a relief, then deportation may happen. Now, if he has a relief, then he might be able to get a bond or something like that. All right? And that's why we always tell people, do not drive if you do not have a valid US driver's license. Do not drive. And the worst part of it is that you know that you don't have a valid US driver's license and yet you're driving and you're violating the road code. And that's what causing a lot of the issues because you're violating the road code. All right. Do you know anything about the wait time for a parent green card holder filing for their child? It typically takes like 1 to 3 years if the child is under 21. I did my biometrics on January 6, 2026 on the USA for K1 visa, so it's been a long time and I haven't heard from them. And that's normal because K1s are sometimes taking up to 9 months to be approved. All right. Somebody here says before they turn 18, they're currently 18. Okay, yeah. 1 to 3 years. What will happen if I send my documents to the wrong USCIS location? They'll reject it. So oftentimes they'll reject it. Some of the officers are kind enough, they will just forward it to the correct location, but most times they'll just reject it. Hey, Jamro Carmel, how are you? They gave him a bond of 6K and they told him he has to see the judge. So who gave him the bond? Is it the judge or immigration? Which one? Is it in an immigration court that he got that bond? Come on, guys, keep tapping the screen and sharing the live. Again, we're talking U.S. immigration, as I've said. I'm not going to be staying pretty long. So just wanted to point that out. Next question. My WhatsApp link isn't working. Okay. Then send a regular text. GM, if I sent in voluntary departure letter from 24, is it and it's still pending? Can I leave without it? You can self-deport if you desire. Me and my spouse have separate space. We go back and forth each other apartment. Would that be a problem? USCIS is checking to see that you guys live together. That's what they're checking for. They want to make sure you're living together. They told him that his bond is 6K from the ICE, not the judge. Okay. Does he have an attorney? And is the attorney helping him to navigate this process? Because he's going to need an attorney to help him. All right. What is it? What time are you seeing for VAWA receipt notice? Within 30 days time, you get your VAWA receipt notice right now. Need someone to do my 601A waiver. You could reach out to us. Number is 850-920-3475. So Jay, if he's not doing her paperwork, she would still need to do the medical. If she's not being filed for, then no. How long is advance parole taking? I applied November of last year. Is that advance parole to travel, or is it the military parole? Which one? Someone has a visa. Is the person free to come to America? I mean, you can come to America, but it's at the airport when you land. That's where they decide whether or not you gain access to the US. All right. If I just renew my green card, how long before I can do naturalization for citizenship? So I have to know how long you've had a green card for. All right. I have a question. My VAWA notice got sent back to USCIS by the post office for failing to deliver. So you could call USCIS and see if they could send back the notice to you. All right. You said you got it back and it's been a month now since what? Can you make sure that you change your address with USCIS too, to make sure that they have an accurate address for you? The way the Trump administration has been... Oh, you think you're qualified for a U visa? Hello, I was given a 221G requesting tax transcript for the joint sponsor. Does that mean new sponsor? It doesn't mean new sponsor. It means joint sponsor. And if you can't submit it for the joint sponsor, then you might need to get a new one. I have domestic violence with my previous wife, so I finished my probation. Does it affect the K1? If you have a criminal background, it typically will have some impact on your immigration process, yes. All right. I have done my adjustment of status interview about 7 months now. It's K1, don't do anything yet. But you can follow up. You could do an inquiry to see what's going on. Should I file taxes if you haven't applied for your green card yet, but you had work legally? Then yeah. How long after the green card get approved before you get it? Typically in 1 to 2 weeks, you'll get it in your mail. Do you think the pause on the 75 countries will be lifted? We hope that it's lifted pretty soon. But as you see, the government is doing all sort of stuff. I have a domestic violence with my previous wife. The question is being repeated. And guys, I ask, do not repeat the question. Just ask it only once, please. Is USCIS now doing interview? Now doing interview before issuing work permits? They've always been doing that. It's no guarantee that the work permit is going to be approved anyway. All right. Hey, I went for my interview in December and they told me my interview is cancelled and they never came back. Have you called them to follow it up to get a new date? I want to do a consultation with you, did my adjustment of status. You could call the number up top, 850-920-3475, or send us a text, 850-920-3475. All right. I filed my military parole in place October last year, still pending. How long do you think it will take? I've gotten responses back in, I think, within 7 months thereabout. I'm a U.S. naturalized citizen. Is it okay to visit the UK? I heard might be a problem. Come back to the U.S. I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure of that. I came back yesterday from Europe. All right, 10-year green cards, I renew back. Yeah, you can apply for your citizenship then if you had a 10-year green card. All right, you can apply for citizenship. If I'm not a visa holder and at the airport, I don't have the real ID, just the state ID. So no, you can't use the state ID at the airport. You need a real ID or your passport. All right. Mistake with yes and no question. Case already filed and interview next week. So you can correct it at the interview. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am happy to be back. I think I'm tired though. Appointment was cancelled in December and I haven't heard back. So call them and follow up with them. All right. When do you think the pause will be lifted? That I don't know. Jay, why the hell is it taking 7 months to get an EAD under immediate relative category? A lot of people will not even get an EAD. All right. A lot of people will not even get an EAD. A lot of people will get green card before getting EAD. Can an adopted child be sponsored for his biological parents? No. Financial sponsor, yes, but petition, no. All right. Hey, I went to my interview in December. You asked that already. How can I get my son to go to school in Baltimore after he already spent 4 months vacation here? How old is your son? When someone is a citizen, when someone, a citizen, is being dismissed from a job, will they pay him some money? It depends on what your contract was with your job. Doesn't matter whether or not you're a citizen. Depends on what your contract was. Alright? How many prima facies can VAWA? They can, as many, right? You will keep receiving them until your case is adjudicated on. Alright? Alright, guys, please bear with me. I'm trying to go through these messages. But if you spam me, it makes it more difficult. Alright? Good day. How long are the VAWA receipts taking? I'm seeing them back within 2 to 4 weeks. So 30 days. Somebody says, how can I get my son? You ask the same question and I ask, how old is your son? How do I renew my work permit? I can help you with that if you want. Learn a trade, 850-920-3475. Text or call us. Over a year now for TV, so do you think they'll give the EAD? I hope, but you know that they've become a little slower on the issuance of EADs right now. All right. Guys, good morning. Thank you for joining. Can you also help me to tap the screen? I'm trying to go to at least 10K likes, okay? I only have passport now. Can I come to the US? You need a visa to come to the US. Unless you're a US citizen, that's the only way you'd come on your passport. If you have HIV, can you still get your green card? Yes. Once upon a time, it was very difficult, but now there are waivers for those stuff. I've received a notice to appear after missing an interview. What should I do? So you need to get an attorney. You have a notice to appear means that you now have to go to court in front of an immigration judge. So you're going to need somebody to help you to navigate that process. If you want to reach out to us, we have an attorney on our team, 850-920-3475. Arrested, not charged, case sealed, and approved to enlist in the military. Can such a person travel overseas? What is your status? I guess you have a green card. So if you have a green card, you do have the privilege to travel, but the decision to travel is going to be yours to make. I can't help you with that. K1 visa, married before 90 days, didn't file AOS, divorced, then remarried. Can I file AOS? I mean, okay, you can, but here's the problem. You're going to have a lot to deal with as it result to as it relates to that initial K1, right? So you're going to need an attorney to help you with that. All right, I'm just being honest. Or somebody who understands what they're doing. I have my work permit. Do I have to wait for immigration to adjust my status after 4 years? How did you get your work permit? What case do you have pending? Can I apply for EB2 NIW while having a pending asylum? You can, but you're looking to get a green card. Are you still in status? If you're not still in status, then the EB2 NIW won't work for you. When I call USCIS, what to say, since I have been waiting for a new interview. You call, you do info and say info pass in order to get a real person on the phone. You give them your receipt number and explain to them your interview was cancelled and you were told that you're going to get a new date. You have been waiting now 7 months or how long months. And, ask them if they can get your interview scheduled for you. All right. How does my spouse and I remove condition if I'm not on the lease due to low income benefits? So you have to show the other evidence. And that's what they're talking about, right? That's what this government is saying. these people out here thinking that they can just file for these people here and they're collecting all of these benefits. So that's the problem. Do you do consultations on the weekend? Sometimes I do on Saturdays. Reach out to us, 850-920-3475, and we see if we could fit you in this Saturday. How long does the U visa take to be approved? Sometimes up to 3 years. How long after VAWA biometrics do you get your travel document? First, we see prima facie determination, and then after that, approval. Sometimes it may take up to 9 months before you see anything like that. My T visa application was approved. Well, that's good. Congratulations on that. I'm happy for you. So now you're on your way to a green card. I have a visa. Can I travel from... I'm a US citizen. Can I file for my UK citizen brother? Yes, you can. But it's going to take maybe 15 years, 15 to 20 years, depending on how old your brother is. Well, it doesn't matter really, but 15 to 20 years. That's the timeline you're looking at. Do I have to apply for it, or do I have to wait for immigration to change my status? You have to apply for it. How long does you have to apply for it? Come on, guys, keep tapping the screen with me. We're trying to go to 20K likes. The prima facie was already approved from last year. Okay, so typically it takes like up to 9 months, 9 to 12 months. Are you gonna travel on that travel document? Be honest. Okay, thanks. I appreciate the information. No problem. Good day. Can I apply for citizenship if I have my green card over 3 years, but filed my tax single? There's a lot of questions I want to ask you. Are you still married with your spouse? Are you still living together with your spouse? Is there a list what to send for the 755? I have a checklist, that I typically share with the people who are working with me. But you have to show proof that your marriage in the initial sense was real and that, it has continued. Yeah. Where are you planning to travel to though? I've applied for a green card 2 years ago, but it's still pending. I can't even do an inquiry. Well, I'm so sorry to hear that. Have you asked what category? And have you asked for any intervention from anybody else? Maybe you're still within normal processing time too. Where's your case located? Is adjustment of status on pause from Jamaica? No. No. I had somebody went in today for their adjustment of status interview. If I hire another attorney, will my individual hearing be rescheduled? No, it depends on the judge. So you just and another attorney is not reason for them to reschedule it. Have they started approving the I-130 and 485 for countries on the ban list? No. Sorry. Yes, we are still married, but I only don't have the joint tax return transcript. Okay, so you still can apply, but you'll need to state why your taxes are not joined. Can my husband travel on his 2 years green card? Conditional, yes. If I never receive a notice of approval, yet my case was approved, do I need a duplicate? I don't understand when you say need a duplicate. You did not receive the notice, so did you get like a green card then? My brother gone for his marriage-based green card interview for over a year, and it's on review. What should he do? So if I were you, I'd be working on putting together additional evidence to show proof of valid marriage. So I do additional evidence to show proof of valid marriage, and then I'd also do a case inquiry and stuff like that. What should I do? I have been waiting for my citizenship. I only need for the oath ceremony. Can you call them to find out when is the next one? And if they could get you scheduled, call them. I came with A2 visa. Can I apply for citizenship? What are the requirements? You have to first get a green card before you can apply for citizenship. All right? You have to first get a green card. Can a 10-year green card holder travel? Why would they not be able to travel though, the blessed one? Tell me. Why do you think a 10-year green card holder not? Because with the green card, you have the privilege of traveling, right? So why do you think a 10-year green card holder not be able to travel? I don't have an ITIN or SSN. My wife can still file single, right? She should file that she's married or file that she should file that she's married or that she's the head of the household. I'm newly wedded in the US, wanted to. Next question, please. Is it normal to have marriage-based interview at 6:15 a.m. in California? If that's the time they're scheduled, then yes. I've seen them as early as 7 a.m. Is it wise to start I-130 for my kids even though they are not it is wise, and yes, they're approving I-130s. It's the immigrant visas that they're not approving, Daniel. All right, so they are approving, the I-130s, but not the immigrant visas. So yes, if I have children and they're outside the country and I need to file I-130s, I would go ahead and file them right now. I have a friend that she does VAWA. She do her biometrics. She's asking how long will it take to get a work permit. Up to a year, thereabout. And that's based on what I've been seeing, OE. All right, I'm seeing up to a year now. It's taken for them to make an approval on those. All right. Are you at Kansas? No, I'm not. I'm in Georgia. But it doesn't matter where I'm at. I can serve you from wherever you are at. All right, guys, if you want to book a one-on-one chat with me, the number is 850-920-3475. Again, that's 850-920-3475. So when you have an immigration court and you file for VAWA, is that two different? Yes, it's two different cases, right? So you have the VAWA case with immigration, with USCIS, but then you also have immigration court, all right? Make sure you get an attorney to assist you with that, all right? Can you prep for interview? Yes, I do this every day. Right, we just had some clients that went in this morning. We were preparing them for the last 6 weeks. They went in this morning for their interview and everything went well. All right, my friend's hearing that is 2028, but the paper for self-removal was fraud. Can he travel to USVI? If he's in removal proceedings, he should not be looking to travel anywhere except to work. All right, you should not be looking to travel anywhere. Can you get an ID if you're undocumented? Well, I know some states used to do it. I don't know if it's still a thing right now, but there are some states that you can get an ID. All right, I think New York is one of them. Wanted to know if you do T visas. Yes, we do. Thank you for your question. All right, yes, we do. Guys, remember the number to call is 850-920-3475. The government fee is $625 if you file online. Let's talk one-on-one about my fees. All right, call me or text me at 8509203475. That's 8509203475. So if you have an upcoming interview, Lisa, you should be preparing, right? So make sure that every day you and your spouse are going over the form to submitted, going over stuff, getting to know each other better, getting to know your routine, getting to know your around the house, the community. Those are some of the questions they'll ask. Know your families, friends, children, if you have those. So it's important to prepare. It's important to put additional evidence to take with you. Make sure that you dress nicely, go to the interview, and do your best. All right. Somebody says, hello, oh, soon after marriage, can I file? The next day, once you have everything to submit. So the next day you can file once you have all the evidence to show that your case is legitimate. Somebody says, can you prep for interview? Yes, I can, Lisa. You can reach out if you want, 8509203475. All right. The I-130 was approved. Do they have any idea when they're going to start? No, not just yet. No, Golden, not just yet. I don't. All right, guys, if you're joining me, help me to tap the screen. We're trying to go to 25K likes. There was a mistake filing my tax of head of household instead of filing marriage. How can I settle that? You can amend your taxes to fix that. So talk to your tax person and amend your taxes. What are my chances of habeas corpus petition? I need to know more. Why are you filing one? How much do you pay when you have a green card application? How much do you pay to submit your green card application? If you're not filing for a travel document, $2,375. If you're filing a travel document, it's $3,005. All right, $3,005. That is. Somebody says, what do they mean that your file went to electronic system? Like one computer. Mean like a computer, man. My green card was returned to USS. What should I do? Call them. Call them, fix your address so that you can get it. All right, so get off the live right now and call USS and fix and try to get it fixed. My green card is expired in August. How long do I have to reapply? 3 months before it expires. All right, Annie, 3 months before it expires. If you want help with that, 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. Somebody says, what are my chances with, and I said I needed to know more about your case. I responded to that already. Because I don't know why you're filing habeas. All right, Jay, I got my green card off my mom when I was 17 years old. It's almost 2 years now. At the time when you got a green card, was your mom a U.S. citizen? Let's talk. 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. All right, send me a message. Let's talk. Mom retired in Jamaica, migrating to U.S. Does she have to work and pay taxes? She don't have to work, but you're still expected to file your taxes, yes. So if mom gets any money, say mom babysits and mom gets paid, mom still needs to report what she earns and file her taxes. Do you offer the marriage-based interview if you come on a K1 visa? Yeah, more than likely they're going to schedule an interview for you, especially in this climate. All right? They're going to schedule an interview for you. Come on, guys, keep tapping the screen, trying to go to 25K likes. I will get married in September, but my fiance is 14 years younger than me. Age is not an issue, especially if you can show that your marriage is legitimate. So you have a fiance, you show that you guys dated and everything. Age is not an issue. All right. If I have an asylum court case and you get married before the asylum, so again, you're going to need an attorney if you had a case like that, or someone that knows what they're doing, so that you can properly file all the processes that needs to be filed, okay? Was granted withholding of removal. Okay, so you were granted withholding of removal and then you said and you're trying to do an habeas? Why? What's going on? How many prima facies before approving? I really don't know. It depends on how long your case has been pending for. All right. Is it normal? Somebody says, "What should you do when you miss an immigration appointment?" Wow. What appointment did you miss? Was it like your biometrics? Can you reschedule it real quick? If not, they might just deny your case and place you in removal proceedings. My boyfriend got asylum like 7 years ago and he hasn't applied for the green card. Is it too late? No, you can apply now. Guys, again, if you want to do a one-on-one chat with me, the number is 850-920-3475. Send us a text message and we talk from there. Somebody says, "Sir, how many weeks Social Security Administration takes to send?" I typically see them sending it in like within 3 to 7 days. I filed for my adult son in 2017. How long will it take? Typically it takes 10 to 12 years or about. Guys, again, if you text us, we will respond to you. And the number is 850-920-3475. And it's for those persons who want to do a one-on-one chat, okay? Someone says, "How long after biometrics does it take to receive work permit?" Biometrics is no indication that you're going to get a work permit, okay? All right, so this is no indication. So I cannot tell you that after biometrics, within 2 weeks, you'll get a work permit. No. Is it normal to receive cancellation notice 1 hour after your naturalization interview? You get a notice to say that your interview was cancelled. Perhaps it was an error. No problem, Tasha. Perhaps it was an error, okay? Like when they were going to update it to say that the interview was attended or actively being reviewed. Yeah. Guys, I'm in Georgia. Do you think F2B will move forward soon? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the bulletin. I filed for my minor from 2023. Haven't heard anything back from USCIS. So you filed an I-130 for your minor. Have you followed up, Denise? Have you reached out to them? Asylum case 2024, they receive Vaskins saying working. In your case, now 22 months with no update. Asylum cases typically takes a pretty long time. Y'all know this. I have a green card and treating cancer. Is it okay for me to file for my 14-year-old son in Jamaica? Yes, you are. So sorry about your cancer diagnosis. All right. The easiest way to switch from F1 status, to switch F1 status, EB, marriage, meet a little boyfriend on the campus. Do you deal with people in prisons? Like those who are detained? No, we have an attorney that handles those cases, G-Money. Can I get you a call? You want to call me? The number's above my head. Hello, I haven't gotten any follow-up after my consultation. The number is up there. You could text the number to follow up. How long does green card take after biometrics? For the biometrics is no indication that your case is going to be approved. What if I choose to get married for a green card and they figure out we aren't actually in love? Then that's marriage fraud. And you can go to prison or get deported for it. Because you should not be choosing to get married for a green card. Nobody gets married for a green card. What you're trying to do is fraud. FRAUD, fraud. That's what you're trying to do. My sister passed in Jamaica and my filing for custody for my niece. What's the process to take? So you could adopt her, and once you adopt her, then you could file for her. I didn't get my asylum interview, but a direct appointment to court. Yes, so they're doing that. They're dismissing a lot of the cases at USCIS and forwarding them to the court, right? So they've placed you in removal proceedings. So that's happening. I am in Albany, Georgia. 229. Canada walk-in. No, I'm in Atlanta. So it's gonna take you like 3 hours to get to me. Call me 850-920-3475 and let's talk. I have filed for my VAWA. They said preliminary complete. What does that mean? Maybe they have done the preliminary background checks. Do you know how many HB5 visas are being processed in the... No. Does the new restriction applies to filing for citizenship? What restriction? If I pay for my asylum annual fee, does it mean that they will start working on my case soon? No. It's mandatory that you pay the fee, so no. And you're not the only one that's going to be paying your fee. Can you file for your sister? You can. It will take over 20 years though, but you can. What do you think about using IPOB for asylum? What that is? I don't know what that is. I missed my ICE appointment for over a year now, and I'm scared. What should I do? I know somebody who went in yesterday for the ICE appointment and they got detained. I won't be able to help you with that one. You have to make the call for yourself. You missed it 1 year now. It seems to be safe. I don't know. Talk to your attorney. Can you get a work permit when you have a USA visit visa and get married in the US presently? If you file an adjustment of status, yes, you could get a work permit. There's no guarantee, but you could get one, yes. Is it normal to receive an RFE cancellation notice 1 hour after naturalization? So, okay. So if after your naturalization and they sent you an RFE, then yeah, respond to it. People who apply for naturalization sometimes get RFEs too. Why is green card not given to person with asylum granted status? You have to apply for the green card. If I'm married to a US citizen, when will I file for citizen? You have to first file for the green card and have it for a certain amount of years first before you can get green citizenship. All right. Can I get out of the CBP home? Can I get out by CBP home if I have a removal proceedings court appointment? What that mean? So you have a court appointment and you don't want to go to court anymore, you just want to leave. If you could just apply using CBP home, you could. But they will still order you deported. For master hearing, can I go by myself without a lawyer? You can, right? But it's always best to work with an attorney. Case still being processed. When can I call this number? You can call the number now. It might be busy because others are trying to call, but you can call now. Case is being processed by USCIS. How long does it take? I don't know what type of case is being processed. All right. I don't know what type of case is being processed. Hey, I'm worried about my case. I filed last month and I'm a Nigerian. Okay. Valid, where you gone? I did my citizenship test and I passed over a year, but I haven't received a swearing in date. Call them. 1 year you've been waiting and you haven't called them yet? I'll be calling them every day until they give me a date. Do you do I-751? Yes, we have a couple of them working on right now. If you want us to help you, reach out to us, 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. Yes, we do. All right. I have a green card, but it's expired. Someone says I have a green card, but it's expired. How much am I gonna pay for the new one? The same fee, the same fee that you're supposed to pay to renew it. But let's talk. Let's see if we can help you. 850-920-3475. Call us or text us. All right. Why is it that you have not renewed it? How much is the fee to file for asylum? I think asylum fee is now $100 and is around $5 or around $1, something like that. How a petitioner with I-130 file tax marital status with spouse living overseas, they should still file that they're married. How a petitioner, yeah, I think I've answered that. Come on, guys, bring me to 40K likes real quick. Please remember, help me to tap the screen, all right? Tap the screen. Tap the screen. Guys, I was in Spain all of last week. I came back yesterday. No problem. No problem. And I'm gonna be honest, I was in Spain last week, and you know what I said? I actually said it to my friend. I said to her, I said, listen, I don't understand how so much people, come, and I was talking about like Jamaicans, and I was like, I don't understand how so much people come through the border for come America and to be, to be dealt with all of that treatment. And I'm like, listen, there are other opportunities, there are other things out there. Because Spain looks very lucrative, very nice, very clean. Looks lucrative. Looks like it's somewhere that one could survive. And there are other countries. And I saw like, a month ago, Spain was accepting refugees. So options are out there. Is it possible for an asylum seeker to receive a green card by USS by mistake? Yeah, USS can make mistakes. And if they receive one by mistake, something that they don't qualify for, more than likely they're going to return it, right? I have a conditional green card, but it's expired. But I want to put in for my citizenship. Did you remove the conditions from your green card? Alison, it seems like we need to talk. 850-920-3475. Let's talk. And all the designer stores are on the street. Like I'm walking on Paso de Garcia, and it's as if you're in New York. It's as if you're in New York. And then you go to like the outlet mall and all of that. Yeah. People saying citizen passport is saying stolen. What's your thought on this? I don't understand that. And it's way cheaper to James. It's way cheaper. I took the bus, I took the train, I took the Uber, I walked. It was a good experience. I'd stay there. And the beach is right there. Yeah. Do you work in New York? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. DHS gave me a favorable recommendation 1 year ago with my J1 waiver. However, USS hasn't sent, and that's normal. I've seen somebody else with the same issue. Island Boy. If you're qualified for your adjustment, I'll go ahead and file my adjustment with that favorable recommendation. Yes, I did in 2022, but they extended for 36 months. Okay. So sure. Do you want me to help you with filing for your citizenship? You can reach out to me 850-920-3475. My phone number is from where? I have a green card that expired in 2035. Can I travel throughout the US and to St. Lucia? Yes, you can. You want to take me to St. Lucia with you? Phone number is from Florida. Are you sure you live in New York? I did not say I live in New York. I did say that I live in Georgia. And yes, I know my phone number is from Florida because I lived in Florida for many years. If one has a medical condition, is it possible to apply for a green card while your case is on pending? So I don't understand. I don't understand. You're using a medical condition to apply for a green card? DACA with final order, got pending I-130, or likely. If you have a final order, then yes, there's a 95% chance that ICE might be waiting for you to interview. St. Lucia is beautiful. The roads are horrible. Yeah, I know St. Lucia is beautiful. And I can bet the roads are horrible. Same like Anguilla is beautiful. The roads are horrible. What do you know about EB3 program? Okay, what's your question on the EB3 program? What about it? What is the process for an employer to petition for you? It depends. EB3 is typically what they'd want to do is a two-part process. They have to go to the Department of Labor first and then to USCIS after. How about the language barrier in Spain? That's the other thing. I was in Barcelona. Everybody speaks English. Everyone, a lot of people, almost everyone speaks English. I didn't have to use my Spanish at all. None at all. The only time I use the Spanish is when you walk into a store and you say, buenas. That's it. I have 4 extension. Can I travel throughout the US? I have a graduation. And I say, yes, you can. Yes, you can. People from 75 banned countries having appointment at NVC overseas should go. Yes, they should go to the appointment. And then here's the other thing too about Spain. It's also a melting pot. I saw a lot of people. I saw a lot of Asians there. You know, Chinese, and I saw Filipinos there. I saw there were Africans there. I think I saw Mexicans there too. So yeah, I-130 approved, but 485 interview, they noticed that the waiver wasn't approved. Yes, but it is. Did you have an attorney? Did you have an attorney? Because here's the thing. It is USCI's decision. USCI's, they have the handle. So you could have had that officer make a decision on the waiver. Jay, you need to try Aruba. It's off. I know Aruba. Listen, I used to live in Anguilla. Just for context, I used to live in Anguilla. But I plan to go to Aruba. Hey, I got denied for naturalization for selective service, and I do an appeal. Oh, wow. Guys, remember you have to register for selective service, okay? Maybe that's why, because the officer could have made a decision on it. The officer could have made a decision on the 45 on the spot. What have they done? Have they denied your case? What's going on? Island boy, what's going on? I am an asylee with my application was approved in 2024, so I'd like the pause currently on immigration. Oh, I'm sorry. I was responding. I didn't realize I was still muted. Okay, so they didn't deny it, but they said that you're gonna get an RFE. You know, I'd find an attorney to help me with this. Okay, I want to work in Canada. I can't help you with that. That's Canadian immigration. All right. Somebody says, what if I'm married to a U.S. citizen and no longer living together and never get a green card but work? Okay, what's the question? I just received my VAR receipts. What's next? Biometrics notice should follow. Thank you, Samantha, for welcoming me back. All right, thank you, guys. I just realized I was muted. Crazy me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I just received, I think I responded to you, and you keep spamming my chat. You're going to be blocked. All right, guys, let's go for another 30 minutes, and then I'll get off here because I have a 2 p.m. All right, somebody said, should I go ahead and apply for my green card as an asylee who was approved? Yes, you should. If you want some help, call us 850-920-3475. All right. Come on, guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's go to 40 likes, okay? And again, if you want to do a one-on-one chat with me, the number to text or call is 850-920-3475. That's the number above my head, 850-920-3475. Interview is next month. Should I still go? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Can I file I-130 while in this state, even after my waiver was denied? Yes, you can. You can. People J works with an attorney. If you have an immigration, call the number above. Definitely, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing that. You call now, you're not gonna get me. You call now, you're not gonna get me. You're gonna get one of my assistants. The important thing is that you call. And the thing is too, you don't just call and get me. I'm not that available. All right, you gotta pay to talk to me. All right, not that available. If your spouse doesn't as an SSN, what to put on the tax section. So make sure when you're filing, right, you get a tax expert to help you, because what they'll typically do is to apply for an ITIN in the application for your for your spouse. They knows what to do. They know what to do. So reach out to them. All right. Somebody says, would they keep the port or give you back until the passport? Yes, they're holding on to it. Somebody says, what are some ways a J1 teacher can show exceptional ability for EB? It depends on what the teacher's background is like. So it depends on what the teacher's background is like. I went January 2023, they said I would have heard from them, but it seems that they weren't convinced. It typically takes like 120 days to get a decision. So let's hope you get one pretty soon, okay? All right, somebody says, I just got my fingerprint on asylum. Can I apply for EAD? Before, no. When your clock is at 150 days, you can apply. You don't become eligible until you're at 180 days. All right. And I know this because I got an approved, what you call it, something? An EAD approved this morning for asylum-based client. Somebody says, should someone with an expired parole document be worried about renewing it? Maybe not. What are your plans? What are your future plans? That's what I want to hear. All right. Somebody says, so can I DM you? Yes, you can. I have an asylum case that was approved and pending. Am I okay? Your green card is pending. Green card application is pending. Yeah, sure, you're fine. Hey, what's up? Somebody says, hi there. My cousin's green card expires in October. Should she renew it or should she just have a citizenship? Does she qualify to have a citizenship? How long has she had the green card? What if you get a travel document but not a green card? Is it okay to leave the country? I mean, you could, but the decision to travel is yours alone to make, okay? Because I don't want, when you can't come back in and say it's me. When I travel, you know, and when I come to the airport, all they say is, hey, Mr. Carter, welcome back. That's it. If you are aging out of an H4, what can you do in order to stay? Maybe you could file for your own program. Maybe you could transfer to become a student. Maybe you could get married. I don't know. With an I-360 approved, can I apply for a green card? Yes, you can. So, okay, so if your sister qualifies to apply for citizenship, then that's what I would do. How long does it take to cancel master hearing and move it to individual? You got to go to your master hearing, and when you go to your master hearing, then the judge move it to an individual. I'm from one of the countries they place travel ban. Should I still go ahead and apply for my green card? Yes. Can a conditional green card file tax separate for tax return? Ideally, you should be filing joint, but if there's something going on and you need to file married filing separate, then that should be fine too. File concurrently, I-360, I-60 has been approved for 2 years. What should I do? So now you're waiting on the 485 for them to schedule an interview on that. All right, that's what you're doing. I am an attorney. This current administration doesn't play, definitely. This said you can do a written plea. You don't have to show up. Is that true? You have to show up to court. If you don't show up, then the judge is going to order you deported. All right. How many years green card? How many years green card will one get after 1 year of marriage? 2-year green card. 2-year green card. Jay, should I expedite at USCIS level? Still nothing from March 2024. Older. That's normal. You have been waiting for maybe just a little over a year now. Maybe 2 years. Any update on the hold for immigrant visas in Jamaica? No, thank you. Would you be able to assist me to make the process smoother? Sure, you can reach out. 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. Guys, again, if you're seeing me for the first time, go ahead and give me a quick follow. Also, remember to help me to tap the screen. We're trying to go to 45K likes. And if you are trying to book a one-on-one chat with me, the number is 850-920-3475. How long after marriage-based interview do I get a response? Up to 120 days. All right, up to 120 days. Well, guys, thank you so much again for coming on. Remember, if you want to do that one-on-one chat with me, the number is 850-920-3475. That's 850-920-3475. Hey, is it safe to travel internationally as a green card holder with no criminal record? Yes, you should be fine. Partial ban countries still have immigrant visa issuance. Are they part of the 75 countries? Do you have anything with citizenship in Jamaica? What does that mean? Partial ban country still have immigrant issuance. If you're part of 75 countries, no. I got a Stoke. You got a Stoke interview. How long after that will I hear something? Typically 120 days. All right. Is the ban still on? Yes. Does one need their spouse during conditional? Yes, you do. All right. A whole heap of free information. Gifts, please. Thank you for that, Lisa. I contacted you for the one-on-one. All right, no problem. Somebody says, is it safe to marry someone in a different state? If you love somebody in a different state, sure. Go ahead and get married. Are K1s in Ethiopia affected? I don't know. Ethiopia is non-immigrant. If you are approved for a work permit, can you travel? Travel where? To work? Yeah! If you are approved for a work permit, you can travel to one place only, and that's work. Yes, US information only. Please, want a program Sierra Leone people should use to come to the US because the country is banned. So that I don't know. I don't know how they're going to be able to come because of the ban. Do you handle cases of derivative asylee? You can reach out. Yes, Ethiopia is 75 pause visa. Okay, but K1 is non-immigrant visa. All right. Why I got interview though? Because USCIS is scheduling interview for everybody. Do you think reaching out to my congressman, that's an option? That's an option, but make sure your case is good enough. When you're going to do that, make sure your case is good. All right, guys. When you're doing that, make sure your cases is good. Guys, remember to tap the screen. We're trying to go to 45k likes, and as I said, we're chatting for another 22 minutes, and then I shall be off. Just so you know, my body is still in Spain time, so like right now, it would be like 7:38 over there right now. So I soon want to go sleep. All right. Is psychological report a must for asylum? It's recommended, yes. Want to marry someone in Jamaica? Is K1 still? Yes, K1 is still an option, Jeremy. K1 is still an option, but if you're going to marry them, then it wouldn't be K1, it would be I-130. All right. Is everything interview? Is every interview? No, not all interviews are Stokes. Is psychological report, and I did answer that. I said it's highly recommended. Why did I got a Stoke interview? Maybe because they looked at the facts of your case and they had doubts, and so they wanted to put you apart and then interview you. All right, no problem, Jeremy. Guys, remember to tap the screen and share the live, all right? We're talking U.S. immigration. Again, everything we're discussing is educational resources, all right? None of it should be understood as legal advice. Someone says, are asylum cases still paused? They're scheduling interviews on asylum cases, and they're forwarding a lot of people to the court. Loyalty, you don't listen because I've answered your question and I said yes, but you don't listen. All you are caught up with is just sending the same message over and over and over and over and over. Guys, 45k likes, okay? Okay, you spoke to my assistant. All right, I guess he's gonna schedule you. All right. Guys, remember to keep tapping the screen and sharing the live, all right? Remember, I'm talking for another 20 minutes with you all, and then I'm gonna go. Hi, my first time here, loving the interaction and the feedback. Thank you so much for coming on. About 75 banned countries and new update? No, not just yet. All right. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. I love that. No problem. Thank you too. Somebody says, it's just sad that it just said my spouse I wanted was approved, but the date for the visa. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Do I need a lawyer to file in 400? It depends. If you think your case is complicated, then yes. If not, you might be able to even do it on your own. All right. Is it safe to marry someone with some form of illness, like heart condition? It's your call. If you love the person, sickness doesn't matter. Right? No problem. My pleasure. Good day, bro. I heard somebody telling somebody that all they need to do is use ChatGPT. Just so you know, ChatGPT is not always accurate. All right, ChatGPT is not always accurate. All right, what if I visit families in the state 4 months each year? Is that a problem? Well, the fact that your job allows you to go away for 4 months every year, they may want to think that you're coming here to work. How long do you have to wait after marriage-based green card interview to send an inquiry? Typically at least after 120 days. My asylum interview was cancelled, then to be rescheduled. Is that something to worry about? No. Is Jamaica on the ban list? Jamaica is not on the ban list. They're on the pause list. All right. Is it possible for expedite my wife I-130 case? It's been with USCIS for 10 months. So that's normal. You're asking is Estiona is good to asylum seekers? I don't know what is Estiona. So here's the thing. I Lisa, whether going to an asylum interview without a lawyer, it depends, right? It really depends. Make sure that you're going there and that you're prepared. Because so with asylum, if you go to the interview and you're not approved, then they're going to place you in removal proceedings. Just like with any other the cases. I'm a USA citizen. Can I go to Jamaica? Can I go to Jamaica with a state? No, you need a passport. You can't go to Jamaica with your state ID. You need a passport. All right. Good day. How can you go about helping someone without marriage? Can you sponsor them? If they've overstayed, then that won't work. Consultation is $97 for those persons who are asking. Consultation $97. It says 10 months still decision. I applied February 2025. That's normal processing time. Normal processing time. My pleasure. Hello, sir. Is it advisable for a spouse to file 2025 taxes return before marriage? It doesn't matter. If I overstay, can I get married to a green card holder? You can get married to anybody once you're in love. A green card holder, though, would not be able to help you to adjust your status. I'm submitting I-130 end of March. By June 2027, do you think it will be approved? More than likely. How long to get work permit nowadays? Up to a year. I have a relative who got detained 2 days ago when he went to do his regular asylum check. Yes, I had that happen to somebody too. We have an attorney that takes on those type of cases. You can reach out and we forward you. A green card holder? No, the green card holder can't. You can't adjust a status inside the US, right? For green card holder, it has to be consular processing. So no, green card holders can't adjust your status in the US. What do you think is going to happen next? You could get an attorney to request a bond. Right, you could get an attorney to request a bond. Even though the spouse petition has been paused, do you think recommend? Yes, you still file. All right, hey, Amari, how are you? It's been a long time. Is AD being approved for 45 pending the partial ban countries? I'm seeing the approval for ADs are pretty slow nowadays. All right, mom petitioner for me in 2022. Can my 10-year-old child go on now? Mom petition for you wanting if the child could follow to join. Was the child added to the application? But yeah, the child should be able to. His attorney have a meeting tomorrow, but he entered through the border. Okay. Well, all the best with that, okay? I'm a citizen with stepkids. We were married with their dad, but he's late. Can I file for them? Yes, you should be able to. It has It has, yes. I'm doing well. All the birthday celebrations. Happy to see you're doing well. Thank you. Can I apply for N400 after 5 years? With dismiss case? Yes. Consultation is $97. But yeah, it still can work. It still can work. Can my brother wife still file for him? He's from Jamaica and she's in the US. Yes. Yes, he can. She can. Is he eligible for bond? He entered through the border. I don't know. Perhaps not. But let the attorney will look at the situation and guide you. All right. My VAWA has been processed for 3 years now. I got my combo card. Can I get married? So if you remarry and then file a new case, then your VAWA is no longer good. If you want to book a consultation, 850-920-3475. But if you're booking the consultation for that person who's already detained and you already have an attorney, then no. If you have an attorney, work with your attorney. All right. All right, guys. Few more minutes to go and then we're gonna get off here. Can one file for the children while still on conditional green card? Yes. Yes. Our K1 visas to K1 are non-immigrants. Yes. I'm not in Canada and I'm in the US. All right. Thank you very much. I want to get a passport for 10 years. Okay. Should I get married even though my VAWA is not yet approved? If you get married and you're going to file a new case, then that VAWA will be cancelled out. If your visa is cancelled, can you get it back? Yes, you can always apply for it back. There's no guarantee that you're going to get it back though. If I-360 for Citra is approved, will your case be in court? Were you in court in the first place? Give me 1 minute, guys. Let me get some water. Can you file for your mother? No, you can't file for your mother with a green card. You can't file for your mother with a green card. Only US citizens can file for their parents. What are you waiting for? Somebody says, why will it get rejected? I'm only get married once. So how did you file your VAWA? Can you pay adjustment of status online? No, you can't. I mean, can you pay online? Yeah, your card. Yeah. Is there something else to consider from the bond that he could apply for? Because you want him to get out of detention, so bond or try to get a case terminated or something. If the case is denied, how long can you try back? Right away. If you were working in the US, more than likely they're not going to give it back to you. No, there's no update. You can apply for VAWA without the 485 and then the medical would not be necessary. Oh, can somebody apply for you? And I ask the question, is your case already in court? They asked for last 3 years, but the most recent one is the one that they really need, but that's for the last 3 years. But he can file taxes back for the last 3 years. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go now to prepare for my next meeting. Remember, if you want to talk to me one-on-one, the number is 850-920-3475. So that's the number that you could text or call me at, and we'll be happy to chat with you. So thank you so much again for joining today. We'll see you guys again pretty soon. Remember, 850-920-3475. That's the number to connect with us one-on-one. All right, guys, thank you so much. Take care now. Bye-bye.